Before we take a single step forward, I need you to stop, breathe, look at the screen. In front of you, standing in the mists of your own subconscious, are four distinct figures: the wolf, the bear, the deer, and the owl. Don't overthink this. Don't try to analyze which one matches your favorite color or which one you think represents who you want to be. Just look, feel. One of them is pulling at you right now. One of them has a gravity that the others lack. It might be a subtle tug in your chest, a sudden sharpening of your focus, or a quiet whisper in the back of your mind that says, this one. Lock onto that feeling. Hold it. Because what just happened in that split second wasn't a random decision. It wasn't a quirk of your brain chemistry. It was a recognition. We live in a world that tries to flatten the human experience into data points and personality quizzes. We are told that our preferences are just echoes of our upbringing or random firings of neurons. But the ancients, the mystics, and the deep explorers of the psyche knew better. They knew that an instinctual attraction to a specific symbol is not a choice you make. It is a summons you answer. What if I told you that the animal you just selected is not merely a mirror of your personality traits, but a visitation? What if this image is a digital shadow of something the Greeks called the demon and the Norse called the Fylgja, an external intelligence, a guiding pattern of energy that has walked beside humanity for thousands of years and has stepped forward today because it has a specific message for your soul? Welcome to the hunt for your own nature. Today we are not just analyzing pictures, we are opening a channel. We are going to decode the secret language of your intuition to reveal not only who you are, but who you are destined to become. To understand why this matters, we have to dismantle the modern view of the mind. We tend to think of our personality as a closed box, sealed inside our skulls. But imagine for a moment the perspective of the Neoplatonists or the shamans of the North. They viewed the human soul not as a solitary island, but as an ecology, a vast landscape inhabited by forces, instincts, and energies that take on specific forms to communicate with us. When you feel a sudden, inexplicable kinship with the wolf or the owl, you are experiencing what Carl Jung called a synchronized resonance. It is the moment where your inner psychological reality aligns perfectly with an ancient archetypal symbol. Think of it like tuning a radio. The radio waves are always there, filling the room invisible and silent. But when you turn the dial to the right frequency, suddenly there is a voice. Your choice today was you turning that dial. The animal you chose acts as a bridge. On one side, it reveals the architecture of your personality, your hidden strengths, your secret fears, the traits you show the world, and the ones you hide in the shadow. It is a psychological map. But on the other side of the bridge, it represents something older. It represents a specific mode of being, a packet of ancestral wisdom that your soul is hungry for right now. This is the concept of the Fylgja in Norse tradition. The Fylgja wasn't just a spirit animal. It was a part of the soul that could detach and travel, a guardian that represented the person's true fate. If you saw a bear in your dreams or felt drawn to its image, it meant the bear nature was rising within you to prepare you for a specific winter. It wasn't just that you were strong like a bear, it was that the spirit of the bear was lending you its coat. So as we prepare to walk through these four doors, I want you to shift your perspective. Do not look at these descriptions merely as a list of adjectives about yourself. Treat this as a dialogue. The animal you chose is holding up a mirror to your current reality, showing you the raw materials of your character. But it is also offering you a tool, a key to unlock the next chapter of your life. It is revealing the psychological powers you possess, but perhaps are afraid to use, and the specific medicine you need to heal your current wounds. Whether you are the wolf, the bear, the deer, or the owl, you are about to discover that your intuition is far smarter than your intellect. It has led you here, to this exact moment, to hear exactly what you need to hear. Let us begin the decoding. Let us step into the first clearing of your inner landscape, where the shadows are long and the air is sharp with the scent of pine and frost. If your eyes were drawn to the wolf, you have summoned the Pathfinder. In the ancient Nordic tradition, the wolf was a symbol of the ambiguous nature of power, a creature that could traverse the boundaries between the civilized world and the wild unknown. Psychologically, choosing the wolf reveals that your personality is built upon a foundation of fierce, uncompromising authenticity. You are someone who values truth over comfort and freedom over acceptance. There is a wildness in your soul that resists the collar of social expectation. You likely have a powerful intuition, a gut instinct that hits you physically, before your mind can even process the logic. You know when someone is lying. You know when a situation is dangerous. You are the one who walks into a room and instantly scans the exits, both physical and emotional. However, the wolf archetype carries a heavy shadow. The very independence that makes you strong can also build a cage of isolation. The wolf personality often struggles with a deep-seated fear of betrayal. Perhaps you have been wounded in the past when you bared your throat to the wrong person, and now your hackles are always raised. You might find yourself pushing people away before they can get close enough to hurt you, wearing your solitude like armor. You tell yourself you don't need anyone, that the pack slows you down. But this is a deception. The wolf is not truly a solitary creature. It is a pack animal that has been forced to walk alone. Your longing for connection is as vast as the wilderness, but you will only settle for a connection that is deep, loyal, and real. You have no patience for the superficial. So, why has the demon of the wolf appeared to you now? What is the ancestral intelligence trying to tell you? It is not just confirming your independence, it is challenging your isolation. The wolf appears when the soul is ready to trust its own guidance system again, to stop looking for permission from the outside world. The message of this Filgia is specific. Trust the path you are carving, even if there are no footprints to follow. But more importantly, it is a call to find your true pack. The wolf reminds you that you do not have to carry the weight of your freedom alone. It is time to lower your defenses just an inch to let the right ones in. Your practice is to listen to that immediate, irrational voice in your gut. It is the howl of your ancestors, guiding you through the dark. Stop over-analyzing. If it feels wrong, it is wrong. If it feels true, run toward it. Now the scene shifts. The sharp air softens, the trees grow thicker, and the earth beneath your feet feels deep and resonant. A massive, silent form emerges from the darkness. The bear. If this spirit captured your gaze, you have summoned the guardian of the threshold. In almost every wisdom tradition, from the indigenous tribes of North America to the Celts, the bear is the keeper of the earth's rhythms and the master of the dream time. If this is your choice, your personality is anchored in a profound, earthy strength. You are the rock. You are the one people lean on when their own worlds are shaking. You possess a natural authority that doesn't need to shout to be heard. Your presence alone commands respect, because it is rooted in a deep reservoir of resilience. You are a builder, a protector, someone who can endure the harshest winters and still emerge standing. But the shadow of the bear is weight. Because you are strong, you often attract those who need carrying. And because you can carry them, you do. The bear personality is prone to a dangerous kind of inertia, a tendency to hold on to burdens, emotions, and responsibilities long after they have ceased to be yours. You might feel a crushing sense of duty, a belief that if you rest, the whole structure will collapse. You swallow your own needs, hibernating your desires to tend to the survival of others. You may struggle to express vulnerability, fearing that softness will be seen as a crack in the mountain. The demon of the bear arrives in your life today, not to ask you to be stronger, but to demand that you rest. The ancestral wisdom of the bear is the wisdom of the cycle. The bear knows that the winter sleep, hibernation, is not laziness. It is a biological imperative for survival. It is the alchemical phase of Nigredo, the darkening, where the soul withdraws to regenerate its power. If the bear is your guide, the message is urgent. You are running on empty. You need to retreat into your cave. You need to set a boundary that says no to the world, so you can say yes to your own soul. The bear teaches us that constant activity is not the same as progress. True power is rhythmic. It breathes in and it breathes out. Your Filgia is giving you cosmic permission to stop, to sleep, to dream, and to trust that the world will keep spinning while you restore your own gravity. The forest opens up now into a meadow bathed in twilight. The air is still, charged with a delicate vibrating frequency. Stepping lightly through the mist is the deer. If you chose this spirit, you have summoned the healer and the messenger of the other world. In Celtic mythology, the deer was often a fairy creature, a guide that led hunters across the veil into the realm of spirit. Psychologically, this choice reveals a personality of exquisite sensitivity and high-definition perception. You are not weak, you are highly tuned. You possess an antenna that picks up on the emotional fluctuations of a room the moment you enter it. You feel things deeply, vividly, and often overwhelmingly. You are likely an empath, a creative, someone who sees beauty where others see nothing. Your strength lies in your gentleness and your ability to regenerate. Just as the stag sheds its antlers, only to grow them back larger and more magnificent, you have an innate capacity to heal from emotional wounds and grow from them. However, the shadow of the deer is fear. Living with such open nerves in a harsh world can be terrifying. You may find yourself constantly scanning for danger, living in a state of high alert, startling at loud noises or harsh words. The deer personality often struggles with boundaries, finding it impossible to distinguish between your own emotions and the emotions of those around you. You might fall into the trap of being the eternal victim, the prey feeling helpless against the aggression of the world. You might make yourself small to avoid being a target. The demon of the deer appears to you now because you are in a process of shedding. The antlers are heavy and it is time to let them go. The message of this guide is that your sensitivity is not a defect to be toughened up. It is a superpower to be mastered. The deer figure teaches you that you can be gentle without being defenseless. It calls you to trust your vigilance, but not to be ruled by panic. The ancestral intelligence here is whispering that you are protected. You are being asked to use your sensitivity as a compass, not a curse. Move away from what feels harsh and dissonant. Move toward what feels resonant and harmonic. Your gentleness is a frequency that heals the world, but only if you protect the source. Stop apologizing for your nature. The forest needs the moss as much as it needs the stone. Finally, we ascend to the high branches, to the vantage point of the night. Two glowing eyes blink in the darkness. The owl. If this was your choice, you have summoned the Watcher of the Night. Associated with Athena in Greece and with the underworld in many shamanic traditions, the owl is the only creature that can see clearly when the rest of the world is blind. Psychologically, this choice points to a personality driven by a hunger for truth and a deep analytical wisdom. You are the observer. You are the one who sits back and watches the patterns, the one who understands the mechanics of the situation while everyone else is distracted by the drama. You value knowledge, insight, and clarity above all else. You are not easily fooled by masks or sweet words. Your gaze pierces right through to the bone, but the shadow of the owl is detachment. It is the coldness of the intellect that dissects life without feeling it. You may find yourself trapped in your own mind, observing your life rather than living it. The owl personality can become arrogant, looking down from its high branch at the foolishness of others, using silence as a weapon. You might struggle with paralysis by analysis, thinking so much about the right move that you never actually take flight. There is a risk of becoming a ghost in your own life, present in spirit but absent in heart. The demon of the owl has flown into your awareness today because you are standing at a crossroads of truth. There is something in your life, a relationship, a job, a belief system, that is dead, but you have been pretending it is alive. The owl appears to strip away the illusion. The ancestral message here is about the courage to see the dark. The owl hunts in the night. It is not afraid of the shadow. This figure is asking you to turn your head 180 degrees and look at what you have been avoiding. What secret are you keeping from yourself? What truth is staring you in the face? The owl offers you the ability to navigate through this period of uncertainty with precision. You don't need daylight to see the way forward. You have your inner vision. Trust your intellect, but marry it to your intuition. It is time to stop watching and start flying. But here is where the journey takes a turn, where the path twists back upon itself to reveal the greatest secret of all. We have spoken of the wolf, the bear, the deer, and the owl as if they were separate identities, as if you were locked into a single definition of self. This is the illusion of the personality test. The truth, the one that the ancient shamans and the alchemists knew, is that the soul is not a static object. It is a fluid, shape-shifting landscape. You are not just the wolf. You are not just the bear. You are the forest itself. The animal you chose today is simply the demon that stepped forward, because it is the guardian you need right now. It is the medicine for your current wound. If you chose the wolf, it is because your soul is starving for freedom in this specific chapter. If you chose the deer, it is because your current battles require the strategy of gentleness. But the ultimate goal of the great work of your life is not to specialize in one instinct, but to integrate them all, to have the courage of the wolf, the grounding of the bear, the sensitivity of the deer, and the wisdom of the owl available to you at any moment. Think of your psyche as a council. For too long, perhaps you have let only one member of the council speak. Maybe the deer in you has been running the show, and that is why you are exhausted from feeling everything. Or maybe the owl has been in charge, and that is why you are lonely in your tower of intellect. The practice, the real magic, begins when you learn to summon the others. When you are feeling overwhelmed by the emotions of the world, do not just accept it as who you are. Close your eyes and invoke the bear. Visualize that heavy, earthen coat settling over your shoulders. Borrow its weight. When you are lost in confusion, summon the owl. When you are trapped in politeness, call upon the wolf. This is the ancient art of the Filgya. It is the understanding that we are not fixed beings. We are vessels for these archetypal energies. The ancients believed that these spirits were not just metaphors, but actual intelligences that we could partner with. By acknowledging the animal that called to you today, you have opened a line of communication. You have acknowledged that you are not alone in your own head. There is a wisdom there, older than your name, older than your memories, waiting to guide you if you are humble enough to listen. So, as you step back from this screen and return to the noise of the human world, carry this image with you. Do not treat it as a trivial game. Treat it as a visitation. You have looked into the mirror of nature and seen a face that is not your own, yet is entirely yours. The question is no longer, which animal are you? The question is, now that you know who is walking beside you, where will you let it lead you? Will you run? Will you rest? Will you heal? Or will you see? And that's our hunt for now. A wild mix of documented psychology, ancient folklore, and tantalizing what-ifs based on the whispers of the old texts. If this journey into the wild territories of the soul resonated with you, consider subscribing so we can continue to map the unknown together. The forest is vast, and we have only just stepped past the tree line.